What's good, guys? Welcome. Good Friday. Hope you had an amazing week. Last trading day of the week. Let's see what we get. Let me double check my mic. Test. Yo. I think we're good, right? Okay, so on the higher time frame, so bullish monthly PSP, monthly sequential SMT. Yesterday on bank holiday, we actually swept those equal lows, which were forming like the monthly and weekly in the start of the week. From there, we just push up. Nothing really in terms of cracks here, so we just go back to higher time frame discount, sweep these equal lows, this monthly and weekly sequential SMT. The cracks that lead up to this in the middle of the week was like this weekly hour for PSP, and then a weekly, and then FOMC was like a 90 somewhere that pushed us lower. This was FOMC, and then at the yesterday at bank holiday we finally swept those lows. So now strong reaction from it, so I'm still really bullish. I don't see any reason, even though there's no cracks here, we have those cracks here, we sweep equal lows, all that stuff is just bullish context, right? Low voice, let me check. Test. Yo, this should be better. Yo. Okay. So bullish on the higher time frame. Let's go to the lower time frame. I'm gonna delete these ones, to be honest, this hidden weekly. This was just to push price, sweeping equal lows, in my opinion. I'm gonna leave this one here because, I mean, there is a possibility where we sweep just the highs and then go down here, but I don't think that's the case. So let's see what we have on the lower time frame. So daily cycle, nope. On the lows, on the highs, also nothing. We all go to London highs, all just leave the London lows. Yeah, nothing to see here. PSPs, let's first check for PSPs here. Nope. It is a no news day today, but of course still gonna watch for some setups. Just the only day I don't trade is literally just bank holiday, because it's just gonna do nothing. Most of the time. Precision swing points, nothing here. On the 5 minutes, also nothing here. 1 minute, nothing there. 1 minute PSP here. Let's see for some SMT fills. Don't see anything. If I look quickly, only thing I see is this 50-minute SMT fill. As NQ tapped this 50-minute gap, while ES leaves this open. Where are we going to? I would say this is the first buy side target where we can get some reaction from. And then these highs are next, but it's gonna be my buy side for today. Low-hanging fruit. The drown liquidity. It looks nice if we can do something like this at the open, take some lower liquidity, tap the gap, and then have a setup. But we don't need to do it. It just would be nice for us to enter trade. We are far above the tier open, so kind of deep premium. Also in terms of price, just in general, we're really pushing up. And I think on the 5-minute, 90-minute cycle, there's also nothing here, right? Nah. I see this. Let me go back to the chart here. This is the only 90-minute that I see here. Like in London session. And that kind of sparked this whole move up. If I look at it right now. Below true opens, also tapping a 1-hour gap. Nice to see. Yeah, and now it's just kind of lackluster. I don't see anything, so we'll have to wait or else it's going to be a boring day. What time is true session open and true day open? True session open is 7:30 a.m. EST in New York session, and true day open is midnight. So 0 o'clock EST. All right, guys, let's go. Let's go. Lock in. Kind of pissed that I didn't take the clean long there on FOMC AM, but it is what it is. I was literally just with my head somewhere else. I was like fixing the chat. I was like not working with my OBS and stupid stuff. But anyways, it's already good that I can recognize the good setups. Yeah, if you're not 100% focused, like it's so hard to trade. You need to have such a fresh mind to be able to follow your rules and stuff. But we get better every week, right? So every day it's a lesson. And then FOMC, I don't know, the only thing that I saw was like a short. I played a little short on FOMC. Where was FOMC? Right here, right? So basically we had this weekly hidden, and then at FOMC we're just chopping here. This is the 5-minute, by the way. And then I see that we have a 90-minute hidden as well. And then we have this 5-minute displacement. I entered right there, got in a little profit, targeting these lows here in market maker sell model. But then the whole PM after FOMC we just chopped. So I just closed at break even. And then of course, like the next day we actually go to my target. But that's good, right? Sometimes we don't need to go to the draw anyways. If your bias is right, it's already the most important thing. But yeah. Let's see what we get here. 5 minutes for the open. SMT fill. What the hell is this? It's not even the open. I reach my target, my low-hanging fruit target here, the buy side. We can't get any weekly SMT bearish anymore. Just a bunch of SMT fills that push us up, which is nice to see, but obviously I'm not gonna take a setup like this. So what can we possibly get here? Like a daily? Nope. No daily at all. So maybe we might just chop for the whole AM session and then PM form a daily. 90 minute could be possibly. But then we need to form some more structure and wait for the next quarter. Okay, the open here. Micro bullish. I do not trade Forex, no. Holy. This is in a 50-minute gap. This SMT fill here is like 50 minutes. So this is essentially like now a 50-minute gap where we get a micro in, which can be a nice setup, but like this is so high in premium where I don't take this. But a very nice crack here, micro, we push up. Now I want to see like a 1-minute displacement up. Or else this is not confirmed. What else is there to target for the highs, by the way? Just these other low resistance, right? This high, this high, this high. It's always good to let those first 10-15 minutes play out. Just let price do what it wants to do. And then we get a clear direction. For now, this looks like a clean sweep here of some liquidity on ES in a 50-minute gap, because essentially here you see ES taps this gap while still NQ leaves this untapped or not. No, actually not anymore with this. So this is just now a normal SMT, a normal 50-minute gap where we get this micro in. So nice. And obviously this SMT fill now is also not valid anymore. We all tapped it. Indicator is just this one, day quarterly theory from 2 degrees. So I'd love to see this push up here. Clean turtle soup, micro and 50-minute gap. Can run towards this buy side now. Small SMT here. ES already took out this high. YM looks weak. ES also doesn't look that strong, and Q's really leading this. Would love to see a push here towards this buy side. No news today though, which is unfortunate. So when there's no news, you can use 930 as your news driver, right? You see these SMTs that form at 930, we sweep below, micro sequential SMT, bullish. You can use this as like a news event, like to make it the SMT more high probable. And on days where there is news, you can still use 930 as news. That's why I always mark out with a red dot. And also when there's news, I mark out with a red dot, because I know these are high probability times to trade. Whenever there forms something here now around these times, and it's just, you can trust it more. Whereas if you see like an SSMT between Q2 and Q3 of Asia session, like it's better if you see it in New York. It will play out more. So here now, I think this is a clean chart, right? I'm not entering longs here. I think it's too much in premium here. What do I need to target? No clean resistance. No clean liquidity. Yeah, I mean, but it is clean though because we don't have anything on the bearish side. So I expect now just a continuation up. Taking out this buy side and eventually maybe even higher if we still don't get any bearish cracks. But also like the true opens are like right here. So like if you traded, for example, London session here at the end and you saw this 90 and then you see this happening below true opens, you see a 5-minute displacement, you see that we do this in a 1-hour gap as well, then yeah, this can be nice long. For now, it's so much in premium. It's crazy. And the reason why people say that you shouldn't like trade in premium stuff is because we can easily just retrace, right? There's always a possibility that we can retrace and still continue to draw on liquidity. That's why if you get in at the smart money reversal, then you have a perfect entry because price shouldn't come back there. Whereas now we can easily retrace. But this is a nice crack, nothing on the bearish side, so I expect this to go higher, buy side. Yeah, I do like Nelly. So I don't really care about normal SMT. I see that now YM fails to take out this high, while NQ and ES are already trading above it, but I really don't care. I expect ES to just push through this. Like sequential SMT is just a filter for me for like normal SMT. You should still draw it out like normal SMT, but you just know that like it should not hold for long. Someone said hour 4 SMT feel bullish. Yep. It's a nice other crack with this 90 here at London. I don't trade here, but it's always nice to draw these things out. So Friday is also recognized by returning back into the range. And if we go back and check the weekly chart, yeah, we're just like a boring candle, to be honest. Nothing really to see here. Just went up, down, up, down. Let's see if we get that final push towards this second buy side that I want to see. I want to move from Forex to futures. Give me a guide to understand futures. I made a video on Forex versus futures, like I think last year or something, when I switched and what I learned. So you can check that out, but there's tons of other information online. If you make the switch to futures, I mean, it's one of the best decisions I've made, to be honest. When I was trading Forex, I was looking at every single pair, NZD, USD, EURUSD, BUSD. So it's just a headache. And if you realize that you get enough opportunities with just trading NQ, it's one of the best assets to trade. A few setups a week, like 1, 2, 3 trades a week is at the end all you need. And you'll definitely get that with NQ if you're a day trader. Brother, just get the CME data. You literally just go to your account and then you see subscription and you buy CME data. Then you don't get the delay anymore. Do we got a micro? There is a micro here. On 5-minute PSP. So now we get some bearish confluences. There's no weekly cycle though. No. It's just this micro 5-minute PSP. How has this week treated you so far? To be honest, not really good. Started bad on the beginning of the week, some over trading. And Wednesday I missed the good setup in AM. Was not really focused. Yesterday was bank holiday, and today I'm gonna try to end the week good, but I'm not sure if we get a setup today. Just a little bit stressed in general, just too many things going on. I need a vacation. I'm going on vacation next week, and I just know my trading will become so much better then. I just need to like do a detox from everything, business, trading, content, everything's just... And I think if you move location, then your trading will also be better. You don't think about anything else anymore and stuff. Yeah, I'll make some sick vlogs. Holy. Definitely check out my YouTube channel this summer. I'll be vlogging when I go on vacation, just making some clips, some nice stuff. Showing how I live there and just live trade. How I did for the week and stuff. Daily? I don't think we get any daily. What are you guys talking about? Pretty chilling. The only thing I see is this 90 micro pushed us up from 50-minute gap. We sweep buy side. Now we have just a 5-minute PSP with this micro. And daily, I mean, we are all above London high, so there's no daily whatsoever. And it will be even crazier if this indicator drops from that spotting like SMT. My friend's still working on it. It's really hard to make this. The only one who has this already is like Zusi. He has like also like time cycles SMT. And I mean, I think it was pretty hard to code, but normally if I put down now this indicator that we're testing now, Quarterly Theory SMT, yeah, it should mark out the SMTs. See? I don't think this is correct though. Need to work on it. Can we trade bearish? I don't know what you should trade bearish though. Only thing I see is 5-minute PSP micro. If you're trading something else, maybe you can take a short, but according to my strategy, I'm just sitting this. I don't see anything clean. I want a clean structure. Like Wednesday was just the best example of what A plus looks like. We got clean drawn liquidity. We get a 90-minute in a 1-hour gap. We displace up, inverse a 5-minute, bomb, trade the 5 minutes, fair value gap, or just market enter towards those market maker buy model highs. That was so clean. So now we have another micro bullish. Not anymore now. How much money do you think is enough in life? When you can live freely? I don't know. I don't want to be a crazy trillionaire, to be honest, because I think you'll have so much problems. The more money you have, the more problems you have, but also the more comfortable you can live. For me, I think 10k a month, 25k is like enough. Then you can literally do everything you want. I don't need like crazy stuff. Like you can wait like for 5 months, you can buy yourself a very nice car and stuff. And you'll soon realize that that's not what life is. And I think the coolest thing, like the thing I enjoy the most is just being with friends, family, and just chilling, laughing. That's at the end all what matters, and not those luxury stuff. But yeah, if you are free financially, that's definitely gonna relieve a lot of stress from you. But you don't need to be making $1 million a month for that. I still think like 10k, 25k after taxes is like dream. YM's just in a range here. So what did we get? Pretty much just open the market, clean turtle soup, small long here, nothing that I would take. Then we top out here with a 5-minute PSP micro. Some people are saying weekly bearish, but like, am I tripping? Like, this is the weekly, this is Thursday's high, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is just, oh wait, now this is not weekly, so nothing to see here. Maybe we now retrace lower here, take out some liquidity, and then form a setup. For now, I don't see anything. So looking for potential maybe 90-minute here, but that's all the way down here, so never mind. maybe some SMT fills here with this gap we can look at. This is nice liquidity. $15-minute SMT fill here now. Oh, you guys mean like the weekly hidden between Tuesday and Wednesday? Yeah, definitely. You mean this one? Or there's not? Oh, there's another one here, right? Oh, yeah. Let me double check this. I just removed this like in the beginning of the session because I was bullish, but if we get any bearish signs now, which I don't really think we get, we can use this. So let me double check here. You guys mean this one? Yeah. I thought you guys were mentioning like today, like, but there was no possibility. So weekly here, another weekly there. We now sweep the weekly. Don't really like to see that, but it is a nice liquidity pool. What background music is this? Ooh, I think it's just called background lo-fi. Simple as that. So now we still leave this gap unopened on YM. We are tapping this on NQ. We're tapping this on ES. I would love to see maybe a micro here. It's not the best price action here. SMT field gone. Very strong bearish close here on the 1 hour. No PSP. Only 5 minutes. Have a nice weekend, man. So because we are above the true open, shorts, they are better if you take them there than longs. But I mean, you could see this as like the smart money reversal with this 90 of like this market make a buy model, this whole stuff. Then you can still take longs, but it's just in premium. Need to wait for something that's just screaming at me to take shorts or longs. I don't personally use that, bro. Like when there is like an SMT fill on one asset that prints a fair value gap, taps it, but the other one doesn't have a fair value gap at all. It's just one of the other cracks that you can still use, but I just don't use it. It's like too much. I would like to see that both assets have a fair value gap and then one asset doesn't tap it while the other one does. So like I said, like in the beginning of the stream, when we sweep these highs, we can potentially trade lower here. But there's just no cracks here, to be honest. 5-minute PSP, micro, I'm not gonna trade that. Higher time frame is kind of unclear. We're just inside this range. Look at this. I mean, not a clear direction. Obviously on the higher time frame, we tend to move up, but yeah, we start the week with monthly plus weekly, then we form a high here with a weekly, R for PSP, now weekly here before FOMC again. We drop lower, sweep these equal lows. From here, we have a reaction back up, we sweep the highs, so we can potentially trade lower here following this weekly, still at the highs. But I keep in mind we are still bullish on the higher time frame, so we can also just sweep the lows here and then have a reaction from there. So that's why if it's unclear for me, like the higher time frame, the lower time frame will most likely be obvious where we want to go through. Yeah, it can be SMT fill when one asset taps 50% or more and the other asset does not, but still taps the gap. I just don't like that. I just would love to see like one asset don't touch the gap at all. But you see here, I drew out the middle line as well with every SMT fill, so I do look at it a little bit as well. Kind of boring here, guys. Whew. Don't like this session. What is the weekly one? Can you explain? This is just a hidden one. So you see here between Tuesday and Wednesday, we do close a candle above the highest close of Tuesday, while we do not do this on NQ and ES. So that's the hidden one. We now sweep this hidden one. SMTs, they hold a lot of liquidity. So you can use them as liquidity pools. Five-minute SMT fill with this gap now here on. So now I use this as a breakaway gap. I don't need, like if we go back here, retrace here, like this, then I mean we will just go up in my opinion. So we don't need to retrace from now. I think this has a breakaway gap. So now we can just push like towards these lows easily, because we rebalanced premium already on YM. So nice to see that reaction. 5-minute SMT fill. Looks like we want to expand to London lows. Holy. Very rapid expansion. London lows are first. Only thing that we have is a weekly sweep of buy side, 5-minute PSP and a micro. And a weekly micro is just like we skip 3 cycles. Normally a weekly daily would be good, weekly 90 min, but weekly micro is just too low probably. I'm not taking that. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that we can't drop from here, right? It's just for me to be able to take a setup, needs to have enough cracks, enough good combos. But I mean, this is also, it doesn't have to happen, right? We already have the weekly for our PSP here. We sweep internal liquidity. We can just already go, right? It's just without me. So now we have a 90-minute. In a 1 hour gap. It doesn't look bad at all. If we get some displacement. It wasn't even sequential, in my opinion, not high probability, yeah. Yep, just patience, patience, patience. You go to the gym? Yeah, just from last year. But right now I have something in my bicep. I did too much like 2 weeks ago. I need to recover, so. Like just sitting all day in front of a screen, doing my work or trading, it's all just, you don't move, so I really need like a good session to just like push all the stress out of my body. SMT below through the open is enough for you to look for entry model. So 90 minute now happens inside a 1 hour gap here. We don't get any bullish reaction, so I'm just drawing this out, right, as potentially if we displace from here. But for now, it looks like we just continue dropping lower. There's no 5-minute PSP. We do this in a gap though, but for it to be like confirmed, I need this 5-minute to get inversed. Yeah, and still then it doesn't look like a clean setup, right? It's just a potential long. If we inverse this, it is happening below true open, so that's nice. YM is holding strong. ES just stepping discount, and NQ is the only pair that's really going like the lowest of out of all the three. So this is your 1 hour gap. Let's wait 2 minutes for this 5 minutes. What brand of screen do I have? It's BenQ. It's like 4K, good lightning, a lot of options. BenQ 7500 PD, I think it's called. We tap the gap on NQ, not on ES. Long if the 5 minutes gets inversed. Yeah, just a small long. I don't think it looks that clean. We just have the 91 hour gap below true opens. It is already like past 10:30, so yeah, I mean, we can still get a nice move. The liquidity just doesn't look that clean as well. But yeah, I'm maybe eyeing a long here. If we get something. So this 5 minute SMT field is not gonna hold, I think. Yes, gonna take this out. For me, it would just be weird if we make this as our high of the Friday. Like, I don't see any reason why this should be like a... I mean, according to my system, right, that this should be high because there's no like daily 90-minute micro. No obvious stuff. Let me double check on the 1 hour here. It's just a normal SMT between like Wednesday and Friday, but that's not something that I use. Normal SMTs, I try to just not use them. What do you think about VWAP? I have no idea what it is, I'm sorry. I've heard it so many times though, but I don't trade it. What do you think about PSP anticipation that Rico uses and he gets like 20R trades? That's crazy. Yeah, you can anticipate like these PSPs if you see that on the lower time frame, for example, we already went to discount on one pair while the other one does not, then you can expect like on the higher time frame maybe this resembling itself like a PSP. So I don't really anticipate it, but maybe that's the next level. I don't think I need it. If you see a PSP like at the close, you're already like early enough, in my opinion. Okay, we still respect this lower time frame premium, no 5 minute inversion. We try to go lower. Keeping in mind here, this is the 90-minute low, so if we break through all of this, it's gonna be an end of the session, to be honest. There's nothing to see here. But maybe this forms a micro, right? I have completely forgot. Let's check. And essentially, it's also a 90-minute. because this is now 10:30 before and after, so that's potentially, if we form an SMT now, it's going to be micro and 90 minutes at the same time, so colliding. Nope, no SMT here. Now we can just go lower. No confirmation for this one. Just use this Fairvalley gap as an inverse now. We still have the 90 minute though with YM, so should have not deleted this. Just drag it lower. I mean, no, never mind, because new quarter opens. Now we just kind of sweep it. But yeah, I'm trying to force some things, guys. I think it's this is gonna be it for today. This is not really cool, but it's testing my patience. I'm not gonna close the stream and overtrade now. I learned my lesson. It's not gonna be happening today. But yeah, enough setups this week that were nice. If you took anything, for me, no, I don't see anything, to be honest now. What do we do here from this 5-minute gap? We just step it all, go lower. Only thing that we may potentially get is a daily, right? London lows, because YM is not even close to that, so maybe let's see what happens here. $90 gets taken out. Yeah, this can easily run without us just towards all the lows on Thursday. Right now we took London lows on NQ, not on ES and YM. So if we get some displacement here, then I'm gonna mark it out. It's happening in a 4-hour gap as well, which is not bad. So the only thing now I see is that daily cycle inside this hour 4 gap. I just check it's also in like the new week opening gap. In terms of shorts, I don't think there was any clean. Now we're back below true open, so if there's gonna form anything, it will be like bullish. Otherwise, if we don't get anything, then we just drop off without us towards these lows. YM is just so far behind compared to these two. Is US and 100 NAS different? Just use NQ, man. NQ, U. It would be nice if we like stop this daily now. Maybe we can go a little lower, and now YM taps this gap, and basically we have the SMT, NQ, ES sweeps the lows, or maybe ES still makes a failure swing, and then YM just racks off this gap, and then we continue higher. That would be nice. There's just so much more structure that we can form before we actually do this, so long session here. How do you find new day opening gap, new week opening gaps? Just use this indicator. It's all you need. These are my settings. New week opening gap, new day opening gap from Kryptonite. I just use new week opening gap with these settings, new day opening gap with these settings. I have a 10 new day opening gap look back, so I don't need to see like the new day opening gap or new week opening gap from like 11 days ago. Like 10 is the max, that's enough. Usually you'll only use like the ones that like from today, yesterday, last week, but you don't really go further. But just in case, we have that 10 look back. That's pretty much it. Okay guys, this looks boring as so I'm gonna close up the charts here if I don't see anything here. This will be my last stream in a while. I'll be going on a long vacation for 2 months, so I don't know if I'll be streaming there, so it will be my last stream for a while, or maybe I can find some office there and be able to live stream or do it for free in a Discord or something. I don't know, but I will be making some cool vlogs and stuff, so definitely check out my YouTube channel if you want. Will be dope. And yeah, thank you guys for being with me. I've been live streaming now for like, I think 15 times or something. Learned a lot from this. A lot of mistakes, a lot of good things. But anyways, every single time we become better. That's the most important thing. Hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Make sure to journal, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.